All right, what's going on, everybody? So, decided to do a quick chart breakdown of how you could have caught this nice UJ move here. I feel like it was a pretty simple move to catch. Obviously, you could still be in it, but overall, it was a fairly simple move to catch. So, one thing to keep in mind, these candlesticks aren't the actual size of what they should be, mainly because of this push right here, this push downward, this big ass news push. So overall, I still actually have to edit this live trade here. So keep in mind, I'm still gonna upload when I actually caught this move. I actually ended up catching this sell opportunity from up here all the way to down here, which was a really great trading week. But overall, we got to keep a couple things in mind. Now the market has kind of been changing in trends. You can see we're overall going bullish. Now looking at the hour time frame here, once the market came back down to the support and formed that engulfing, you want to be highlighting these types of things off. So here we have that engulfing, and here we have this H1 support that was never broken. As you can see, close tested and engulfing. Yeah, sure, moving averages across red over blue, but overall it's not breaking the support and it's forming all this exhaustion towards the bottom. So now I'm not really going to be trading based off of H4 just because we don't see enough detail on H4. So I'm mainly going to be looking at the hour time frame and M30 time frame for direction and market structure on the M15 time frame. So when I was actually analyzing the market, looking for a good entry point, pretty much this was the main support that the market had to break for the market to start downtrending again, but it never broke. So another thing you could have actually done is you could have used your fibs. Here would have been your point A, up here would have been your point B. So seeing that the market actually did come back down to that 88.60 PRZ level, you could pretty much start looking for entries once the market rejected this area and came back down to support to retest and rejected it again. So anytime, you would have seen kind of a nice bullish push like that, you could have entered based off of this bullish push here. But your stop loss, keep in mind, has to be somewhere down here where it's actually under the previous lows. So my stop loss was actually based on the bottom of this wick, so I had to put it under here. And my entry was based off of this bullish variation right here. So once the market closed with that variation pattern, that's when I ended up making my entry here. So as you can see, I did take some drawdown. So right there, 20 pip risk, and then point A, point B, try and get that extension level up here right there. So as you can see, that's kind of a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio there. Now that's when I did my entry because it rejected the support 3 times and formed all that exhaustion. So clearly, once you have a bias, you want to stick with it. You don't want to start switching over, because easily I could have been, I could have started emotionally trading and test a candle, then dojing, then a big bearish engulfing candlestick. That's why you kind of want to stick with your overall bias and start flipping through time frames. So you can see it just started consolidating the entire time right here. So then looking at the hour time frame, you would have seen all this exhaustion towards the bottom as well, and would have been holding your position. So this is kind of where my entry was on the hour time frame. So you can see I did take some drawdown, not this drawdown here, but I did take that drawdown and this drawdown. So it wasn't the best entry possible, but it was a pretty decent entry, especially that I was kind of a little more conservative on this trade here, not really doing any crazy lot sizes or anything. So overall, once the market did kind of break this area of resistance right here, draw that out, came back down to retest. As you can see, you can also pull out your fibs from here to here. And then I had another entry point right after this engulfing candlestick here. So now I'm in on 2 orders because this was a retest. So then my stop loss was under this wick here. As you can see, it did take more drawdown and I was still holding the position. Same take profit area, a little bit above resistance here. So the take profit was just recently hit, but I'm still in on these orders. So as you can see, still held the order even though I was taking drawdown. You could have easily started overthinking or overanalyzing, saying this is a double top, I'm going to close my buy positions and enter some sells. That's why you kind of want to stick with your overall bias. And every time you enter, write it on your trading journal, the candlestick you entered on, right? This was a simple break and retest, right? Fairly simple. All right, overall here we have resistance, I'm gonna draw this out really quick so visually you could see it, right? Break of that previous kind of lower high here, retest, and then the overall rejection, and then it came back down, retested again on the probably 5-minute time frame, and went right back up. So as you can see on the 5-minute time frame, you do have candlesticks that closed in that area. So it should be fairly simple to catch moves like this. This was fairly clean move. You have breaks and retests everywhere. So if you missed out on this opportunity, you really got to be taking more notes and looking and back testing, right? Because this is simple, very simple break and retest, continuation of the uptrend. So it's really nothing too complicated. You don't really want to be overcomplicating your trading, because once you overcomplicate your trading, then you're going to start overanalyzing, you're going to start making bad habits and just doing things like that. So overall, you do want to stick to your main analysis. You can even see the hour time frame just forming bullish. So I don't know, for those of you who took sells, I don't know why you were thinking about sells in the first place. You have bullish engulfing after bullish engulfing, right? So the market moved fairly clean here, and this is why you want to utilize your random lines too, right, to draw your areas of support and resistance. So overall, like I said again, a break retest, you could have gone in here after if you wanted even extra confirmation, right? This would have been more confidence entries. Here would have been the more confidence or confirmation entries would have been around here. So overall, like I said again, your stop losses would always be under market structure, right? So market structure, under market structure here for this stop loss. And at this point in time, that's when I move my stop loss to pretty much break even for this order that I entered here. Once this kind of happened and pushed up, then that's when I move my stop loss to break even on that order. And then once it came up to here, then that's when I moved this stop loss to break even on this order. So, it was a fairly easy move to catch on UJ. Nothing too complicated, just simple continuation of the trend. That's what I normally try and promote. Just follow the trend, don't try and go against it, right? So hopefully this video did help you out at least a little bit, and I will be talking to you guys in the next video.